That's it?
We'll see in game 2 as we head in. Let me hear you cheer for Enosh and Gavin here. Game 2 of the Masters National Championships here. Enosh's team on your screen there. Abomasnow, Scrafty, Rosa, Rhyperior, Mischievous, and Cresselia. Gavin using the Amoonguss, Landorus, Metagross, Ludicolo, Volcarona, and Tyranitar. And I definitely will be interested to see if we get that Mischievous back out, or if it's safer or to convince our cousin Cresselia takes the place.
I'm interested to see too. I feel like Enosh might feel like he has something to prove here. He's been talking up this Mischievous. He didn't look too good for it, so I'm curious if he'll bring it again, if only to prove that he was right.
And it looks like we will see very shortly as we head into game 2. Top of your screen, Enosh Chachar is going to be there. At the bottom is going to be Gavin Michaels. Gavin leading with the Ludicolo and Amoonguss. Well, there it is, Mischievous and Scrafty. Enosh clearly thinks Mischievous is worth it.
He sure does. Great leads by both sides here, I think. Enosh kind of picked his generic trick room setup. But a trick room user, fake-out user, and you haven't countered that pretty well. He's got a faster fake-out Ludicolo to shut down Scrafty's fake-out if he wants to, and then he's got Amoonguss. Let's go two directions here. He either allowed trick room to be placed by Mischievous, assuming Enosh chooses to go that way, or we can interrupt the trick room by using flexible.
Yeah, it's worth noting that even though Amoonguss is very slow, we saw how it also worked when during the trick room. Because the trick room is negative priority, it gets to go last at the end of the turn. Even though Amoonguss is really slow, it can still get the score off the trick room. Looks like Enosh is very worried about that Amoonguss is running. Out comes the Abomasnow to make life difficult for Gavin. Ludicolo is going to choose to fake out that Scrafty out of his now Abomasnow. Of course, will deal a little bit of damage, doesn't get the blitz. Sort of the same idea there. Ludicolo avoids the Will-O-Wisp again though. Will-O-Wisp not the greatest accuracy there, and Amoonguss does choose to stop the trick room.
See that miss? It's a game changer.
Close that's kind of a 40% situation we got in game 1. I was curious if Gavin was just going to allow trick room to happen since it worked so well from the first game. He just choose to shut it down here. Enosh, cleverly, wasn't going to put it up anyway after how game 1 went. We also end up with the strange situation here for VGC, and we have 3 grass-type Pokemon in the field. I can't remember the last time I've seen that happen. Grass is a cool type. It's got a lot of interesting niche Pokemon, but not a whole lot of common Pokemon, other than Breloom, who is not one of these 3 grass Pokemon. So both of these trainers representing some underutilized options in VGC metagame.
Definitely. And it's worth noting that primarily, I think these Pokemon are used for their secondary. Ludicolo's water type gives it useful resistance, and Abomasnow's ice type gives it a great attacking power with its blizzards and also hail. Amoonguss is poison type, less so. But Spore is definitely very useful there.
Poison type does give it a resistance to fighting type attack. As we've seen for some of the matches in the finals here, it's one of the more common attack types in VGC, even though we haven't seen too much of it in the Masters side.
And it looks like that Amoonguss does not want to stick around while Abomasnow is on the field. It is going to switch out to Metagross, a really great counter for that Abomasnow. It will present both of its grass or ice type attacks. Of course, Abomasnow does not want to have, or Abomasnow is going to switch out, predicting that, into the Scrafty. Going to get that Intimidate back off on the special attacking Ludicolo and Clear Body Metagross. Not the greatest use of Intimidate there, but does get Scrafty back on the field and will let Scrafty have that fake out pressure again. Scald comes out from Ludicolo onto Mischievous, as we saw a whole lot of damage, but is going to start building up over time because Mischievous' only recovery option is going to be that pain split.
Kind of an interesting option to try to whittle Mischievous down given that pain split. If I were playing a Pokemon like that, I might be trying to look for a big decisive blow to avoid giving it that option of pain splitting me. Gavin's got to be really careful not to let Mischievous get 3 attacks while he's low on HP, or it's just going to steal all of his health points away.
It's definitely a risk that Gavin has to worry about. Gavin will give him. Mischievous still sleeping away, hoping to wake up soon. Set the trick room or Will-O-Wisp that Metagross. Interesting to see now that the fake out pressure is completely on Enosh's side. What?
He's a little more concerned now, assuming Mischievous wakes up. We've had a few situations like this with Mischievous getting put to sleep, and a lot of what's going to determine this game
Gavin is preparing for Shadroom to come back up, and Unicola switches out for that Amogus, while Metagross goes to protect. Basically just getting the free switch in for Amogus there, and hoping not to take any damage, as a fake out does come out from Enosh on the protecting Metagross. And Mischievous still snoozing.
Wake up, Mr. Mist. We should see it soon, but having a hard time making that big income promised here since it's spending most of his game to sleep.
Mischievous has had a long day too. Long weekend. Spent 48 hours of Pokemon battling here. Now, Steve Mischievous deserves a rest.
That may fun 8 rounds of Swiss? No. 9 rounds. 9 rounds of Swiss, I'm sorry. 9 rounds of Swiss, well, 8 for United, because he had to buy. Wait from the top 32, the top 16, the top 8, the top 4. No, this dude is in a long journey here. You have to take it easy for a while.
This needs a couple more battles to make that impact here. As Amogus and Metagross, I feel that's a pretty good setup for Gavin to handle both of these quite well. Here comes the Psychic Gym, Zen Headbutt off of Metagross, really hoping for that decisive blow that you were mentioning earlier onto Mischievous before he could wake up. It's going to deal a lot of damage all the way down. That's going to be KO for Mischievous. Sonya, but not heavy enough as the Spore comes out from Amogus, and it is going to put that Scrafty to sleep. Great turn for Gavin, bad position for him.
Really tough spot now.
Oh, and the Lumberry comes out from Scrafty, and will be able to wake up and use its crunch to deal a little bit of damage to Metagross. It's not the best position, but it could be worse.
Perhaps not the worst spot at all. Scrafty, not quite as tired as Mr. Mist. Maybe he didn't get to play in as many battles, so Scrafty's here and ready to fight. Interesting information that turned too. Not only is Amogus quicker than Rhyperior, but apparently he's been practicing running at this mushroom length. It's faster than Scrafty too.
Slower than Rhyperior? Yeah, faster than Scrafty.
Faster than both, right?
That's right. Very fast mushroom on the field here. Rhyperior comes out, lower Enosh's side. Going to be interesting to see how that Rhyperior is able to function without tricking him up. Does have a good partner in Scrafty, but Amogus definitely very ready.
Yeah, Rhyperior's probably a little bit scared here. If we got the chance to use an Earthquake, we could do a bunch of damage to both the Amogus and Metagross. But Metagross is a Steel-type Pokemon, which is super effective against Rock. And Amogus is a Grass-type Pokemon, which is super effective against both Rock and Ground. So the odds of Rhyperior actually getting to use that Earthquake right now aren't very good.
We did see Rhyperior was able to actually use very little help from that Amogus. But he will have to worry about the Metagross also following up and double targeting. Definitely don't expect him to survive a full onslaught.
Perhaps we'll see it perhaps as well. Amogus also has the option of scoring when it is getting some sleep and controlling damage. So is the option of going on the offense here and trying to take out a Pokemon, or just trying to slow things down?
Oh, Meteor Mash with Metagross. This is the Scrafty, but Spore does not miss. Does get the Spore onto Rhyperior. Rhyperior is going to be falling asleep here. Not going to be waking up anytime soon. We already saw that ground gym. The Scrafty is going to use Drain Punch, getting a little bit of damage onto that Metagross as well, and off any of some of that chip damage that it's already taken. Unfortunate for Gavin. It looks like Rhyperior is going to sleep.
Well, getting that turn snooze is important. After this turn, there's always going to be a chance that Rhyperior can wake up. And if he does wake up, and Gavin is expecting it, he might be able to get that Earthquake off. Gavin's going to have to be careful with that. He's going to try to pick up a knockout as quickly as he can here. But if he doesn't, if he tries to target the Gravity slot, Rhyperior wakes up on him. He could see this keep turning around at him very quickly.
And this is one of the pitfalls of using a Pokemon like this or Braylon I mentioned earlier. Once that Pokemon is asleep, you generally tend to think of it as not as much of a threat anymore. But after one turn, it can wake up at any moment and get that surprise attack effective. And it looks like Enosh is hoping for that. Switches out the Scrafty for the Abomasnow. Hoping to hit the resistance on the Earthquake if he needs it. The Meteor Mash comes out, and it is going to target that Rhyperior. Gavin is not going to play games with this one. Not going to leave anything up to chance. A little bit over half HP there. While Amogus is going to Spore the Abomasnow instead of double targeting that Rhyperior. Great for him if Rhyperior continues to sleep. We'll just have to see if right here is awake and ready. And yes! Wakes up. Earthquake. And grounds him, losing the earthquake. So much damage coming in here. We're going to be dealing quite a bit to Abomasnow as well. But we'll see everyone else. Abomasnow is taking damage. Not too terrible there. But Metagross is going to faint. Amoonguss is going solo. 41 HP left. Not quite enough. Definitely not a great position for that.
Huge momentum swing for Enosh there. We were just talking about the pitfalls of this, and that's exactly why you've got to be careful with Spore. It looked like he had an advantage there, but all it took was one wake up, and my figure turned this game right around. We're real close to doing it.
Definitely very close right here, as Gavin is going to have to make something happen here. It looks like he has just a Pokemon for it. That Volcarona being able to control that Abomasnow quite easily. The Amoonguss.
How's everyone really coming to punch it up last? Here it is again. It's a great solution to Abomasnow, and both of its attacks, much less speed with it, super effective against Abomasnow and its many weaknesses. And the Amoonguss is here, ready to continue trying.
Definitely a tough position for Enosh here. We will have to see whether he will use his main Pokemon to win here, but he is behind. And it's going to be close. It's really going to go back.
Yeah, I think the battle right here would be Amoonguss right here. The Amoonguss can get rid of my figure before it's demise to hail or to Abomasnow. You have to be in a good spot, but right here it's free, it's another attack off. It'd be tough to get.
And it looks like he is sending out just the right Pokemon to get that free turn for Gavin, or for Enosh, sorry. He's going to send out that Scrappy, which brings back the fake out pressure. Intimidate's going to be special attack. As Rhyperior is going to use that Protect, stalling out a turn, hoping to get into a position where Volcarona won't be able to, or sorry, Amoonguss won't be able to move before that Rhyperior. Rhyperior protects the Heat Wave, and it does connect to Scrafty. Volcarona, very strong Pokemon, is going to deal quite a bit of damage there, and the Spore comes in into Rhyperior into the Protect.
Yeah, correctly predicting that you have to make a switch there, but not predicting the right slot.
It's definitely going to be interesting here, as we see that hail damage slowly whittle away the
Like you mentioned before, Ego was potentially Scrappy try to get free turns to get rid of the Amoonguss here. Make out may be able to knock out Amoonguss in this range, probably fairly close. But either way, the hail damage being the drones would lead to Amoonguss fainting and stays in here. But it's now in a much tougher spot, which prevents it from effectively controlling the figure. He's going to try to get an attack off here probably.
Yeah, this is one of those interesting situations. We're worried about fake out pressure because of attacks. But if Gavin protects here, the next thing, it won't be KO'd by the hail this turn, but it gives another opportunity for Rhyperior to attack and hit that chip damage. But Amoonguss is going to go back to Gavin. Nicola is going to come out instead. Equally good at hitting Rhyperior when it's faster. And it looks like Scrafty is even going to bounce back too. And we're going to see Abomasnow come right back in. So it looks like Gavin is going to have the fake out pressure for the next turn, while Volcarona protects, not going to let Enosh get off any free damage on it, as it recognizes that it is onto the Abomasnow! Road legs right there. Right here we are. Mega Horns the Abomasnow, so that Scrappy can get a free switch in, while Volcarona's attack just went off.
Well, there's one play you don't see every day. Knock out his own Pokemon so that he can switch twice in the same turn. Unfortunately for him, Ludicolo is probably not going to be so effective.
Yes, since Ludicolo just switched out, it just switched in, it will have its fake out up and be able to prevent Scrappy using its fake out this turn.
Scrappy played like Enosh there, but I'm not so certain it's going to work out this time. That's the sleeping about is going to work again.
What was that?
That's not what that would be the difference between winning and losing game, but you gotta love that though. I mean, confident player to be willing to knock out your own Pokemon like that.
Well, that's the thing. Enosh was behind. When you're behind like that, you have to be willing to make those big plays. Otherwise, you're just going to continue falling behind. Ludicolo does go for the fake out onto Scrappy. Not going to get a chance to use its own fake out this turn, as you see it flinching, taking the fake take out. Volcarona's Bug Buzz is going to come in onto that Scrafty. Gonna deal some good damage there. Scrafty thing, right here is alone against all of these Pokemon. The Rock Slide is going to come out, gonna be able to get the KO on that Volcarona. Gonna deal some good damage to Ludicolo, but it is still much slower than Ludicolo and that Amogus coming out. Really bad position right here.
That's probably what also and Enosh made a really exciting play to try to turn this game around, but Gavin brought Ludicolo back in just the right time, and now we've got a full health right here. You're missing off of the grass and water stick Pokemon that's faster than it, which is pretty much the worst situation you could find yourself in VGC.
Yeah, I can't really for that. I do have to give Enosh a lot of credit for that. He went out on a limb and used a real gutsy play that Gavin made a great reaction to. Not necessarily predicting that. I don't know if anyone could have predicted that happening, but a really